people would have laughed at you if you had told them a decade ago that they could buy Russel Wilson and Ciara's mansion in Seattle for $36 billion. The internet has made it easier than ever to know just about anything you want. So with all this content and information available, how did you know which ones to know from and which one's actually real? Luckily for you, TTP member, in today's video, we'll be talking about the $36 million of Russel Wilson and Ciara's mansion in Seattle. Remember that while the first step is completing any of these amazing information, the second and possibly more important step is taking action, even if it's imperfect action. American football quarterback Russell Wilson was born on November 29, 1988. He currently plays for the Denver Broncos, who are members of the National Football League, NFL. Wilson began his collegiate athletic career in both football and baseball at NC State from 2008 until 2010. He then transferred to the University of Wisconsin in 2011, where he broke the record for passing efficiency in a single FBS season, 191.8. and led the Badgers to the Big Ten Championship and the 2012 Rose Bowl. In addition, he was a second baseman for the Tri-City Dust Devils of the minor league baseball circuit in 2010 and the Asheville Tourists of that circuit in 2011. As of the year 2019, his rights to play professionally in baseball are owned by the Somerset Patriots, which is the AA affiliate of the New York Yankees. In the third round of the 2012 NFL Draft, 75th overall, he was chosen by the Seattle Seahawks to join their team. Wilson ended up having a successful debut season, tying Peyton Manning's then record for most passing touchdowns by a rookie, which is 26, and being named the Pepsi NFL Rookie of the Year. This accomplishment came about as a result of Wilson beating out Matt Flynn for the starting job during training camp. The Denver Broncos made a splash play for a quarterback who has won the Super Bowl, but Aaron Rodgers was not the player they selected. According to sources familiar with the decision, the Seahawks and the Broncos have reached an agreement in principle on a trade that would send quarterback Russell Wilson to Denver in exchange for a massive haul. This haul would include multiple first-round draft picks in addition to additional picks and players. According to one of our mentors, Seattle sent Denver a total of 5 draft picks, including 2 in the first round, 2 in the second round, and 1 in the 5th round. Quarterback Drew Lock, defensive tackle Shelby Harris, and tight end Noah Fant. Denver also received a pick in the 4th round from Seattle. Wilson's signing is a huge coup for Broncos general manager George Paton, who has been working hard to find a solution to the most important position in sports. Since Peyton Manning's retirement after the 2015 season, the Broncos have been in quarterback purgatory, cycling through signal callers with no success. The Broncos now have a game-changing passer on their hands. Wilson's campaign in 2021 was up and down. He got off to a fast start, but a finger injury forced him to miss the first few games of his career, and he wasn't the same when he returned. However, he resurfaced down the stretch, indicating that his problems were more due to injury than any sort of decline. Wilson throws the most beautiful deep ball in the NFL, has the ability to extend plays, and thrives when working within the offense or throwing off schedule. The Broncos' offensive line has improved in recent seasons, and they now have the pieces in place for a successful offense. In today's episode, we go behind the scenes of Ciara and Russell Wilson's recently listed home in Bellevue, Washington, which is situated on 1 acre and costs a whopping $26 million. Let's take a look inside. Here are some of the things that make this house perfect for us. The location is convenient for us. The city of Bellevue is at the very top of our list of must-see destinations in the United States. You can't miss Kirkland. Some of you may be familiar with it under the name Kirkland Signature. Indeed, Costco was established in the area immediately adjacent to Bellevue. After we finished shopping at Costco, we had the option of hopping on a boat, which is something that a lot of people do, or driving all the way across Mercier Island to the very first Starbucks location, which was also located in Seattle. What else could you possibly ask for? Outside, one thing that really appeals to us is the lack of visible gutters. When we first saw these strange columns from this angle, we couldn't stand them. But after some reflection, we realized that it might be fun to hang out in this area because of it. We are big fans of the 1-2 step that you have to take in order to enter. Inside, our favorite part is the foyer, which has a ceiling that is 20 feet high. We really like the doors that lead into this office. Doors are attached to hinges in a literal sense. Getting these must have been a last-minute scramble, and you know how much we enjoy a good scramble. The only thing that concerns me about these doors is whether or not they fully shut when you push the button. It does not appear that they do based on the configuration of the doors. The goth office vibes are awesome in our opinion. We think it's wonderful when the kitchen and the family room share a space that is connected like this. Because you will spend the majority of your time in these two areas, it is important to us that they feel cozy and are somewhat distinct from the rest of the house. We are big fans of the column. The groin vaulted ceiling is one of our favorite features. Here is a link to the article on Wikipedia that will explain what a groin vaulted ceiling is. It refers to the edge that can be found between the vaults that intersect. One illusion can be found down below. The text contains a large number of high-quality words such as thrust, intersecting, and a button for corners. You spend the majority of your life attempting to teleport your groin to various enchanted locations. The relaxing nook in the family room is one of our favorite features of this space. Take a look at what the exterior of that area appears to be like. The fact that there is a sufficient amount of storage space in the kitchen is one of our favorite features of this home. We are extremely pleased to note that there is a solid 4 BMS on this side as well on this side. The Viking range with a 60-inch diameter is wonderful. It's a good thing that there are a lot of different places to eat in this house, because you never know when you're going to work up an appetite and need to eat something. Such as in this room, this one behind it, this one entirely, and even the kitchen. Let's return to the dining room. The fireplace that is adjacent to the dining table is one of our favorite features. Consuming supper in close proximity to a fireplace evokes feelings of extreme coziness and maximum chill. It has a vibe to it, and in this room, our favorite piece is the dining table from Restoration Hardware. Russel and Ciara, you did a fantastic job with this piece. The item in question is a long table. We adore the way these vacuum lines look in this bedroom. One of these cozy nooks can also be found in the master bedroom, which is one of our favorite features of this space. We spent a great deal of time there, taking in the breathtaking panorama of Seattle's central business district. We know that this bedroom holds a special place in their hearts because before they got married, both of them agreed to remain celibate for the rest of their lives. Because of this, it must have been difficult for them to make the decision to move out of this room. We are big fans of the main closet. Even though we only wear the same hoodie on a daily basis, this appears to be more than enough space for the thousands of hoodies that we own. There is even room to sit down within this location. You can take a shower here, and there would be no need for you to ever leave this room. This house has a very well-appointed recreation room in the basement. Let's go ahead and investigate them. There is a movie theater here. However, we don't really have a good grasp on what's going on with this particular entry. They got this out of a castle, didn't they? There is plenty of room for everything, including a billiards table and this stuffed leather couch, among other things. Our hope is that one day we will be able to purchase a leather sofa with tuft accents. There is a gymnasium, a yoga studio, and a play area. Since Russell is a player in the NFL, I can understand why this is the case. Even a miniature recording studio can be found here. Considering that Ciara is a singer, this makes perfect sense to me. We adore the atmosphere of the entire outside area. We are big fans of the dock. This house has a real-life escalator that leads down to the backyard. If it did not go down these railings to the bottom, then you would have to take all of these stairs, which is why we believe it does. These are the stairs that lead to hell. It might be simple to get down, but there's no way to get back up. For me, it has to be the outdoor escalator. While we're out here, we also really appreciate all of the trees. Trees in the area of Seattle and Bellevue are so beautiful that you will find yourself frequently exclaiming, "Damn, that's a nice tree." And finally, we think the view is wonderful. Here are some of the things that drive us crazy about this house. We despise the fact that the garage can only fit 2 cars. This little one over here won't even get a mention in our official statement. I've seen homes in Bakersfield that cost $200,000 that had a larger garage than this one. We find it extremely annoying when the front windows do not have grids. They have a void in their lives without them. We despise how the staircase leading to the basement sticks out into the foyer. It really gets in the way of the atmosphere overall. This might be tucked away in the corner somewhere. We despise the fact that Dustville, USA is going to become this region over time. In the ladies' restroom, we despise the fact that it resembles a face. These pendant lights in the groin vaulted ceiling are very annoying to us. They are a little bit unimpressive and minuscule with this location. Let's get started because there's a lot going on in the kitchen that neither of us approves of. We despise how unusual these knobs and poles are. We despise the cabinet that is located under the island. This looks so terrible that it almost appears to have been photoshopped. Even a drawer is present. What the heck could be going on here? We despise the fact that there are 2 distinct types of refrigerators in this space. And we despise the fact that this particular refrigerator has a drink dispenser built into the door. The practice of selling beverages and ice at the entrance is so 90s. You can get what you need elsewhere. We despise the cabinets that are located above the refrigerators. These stools are very annoying to us. They give the impression of being pieces from a massive game of chess rather than a kitchen in a house that is valued at $26 million. We despise the fact that this knob has a slight kink in it. The vast majority of people favor knobs that are straight rather than curved. All of this cabinetry hardware must be removed immediately because it is, quite frankly, some of the worst we have seen. The chandelier in this bedroom is very annoying. It has the appearance of pickup sticks. We despise the fact that the smoke detector in this bedroom has started to turn yellow. If they have turned this color from their original state, it's possibly that they're quite old. They really ought to get them checked out. Because of this, you should either have someone come and check them for you or look up how to do it on YouTube. Typically, they become invalid after 10 years. This fondant ceiling in the main closet is very annoying to us. This tile work in the main bathroom is very annoying. Have the stoneworkers who contributed to the construction of this house ever heard of book matching? We despise the sink because it's tucked away in the farthest corner of the room. It's a total staff job, abbreviated as TSJ. We are extremely disappointed that there is not a built-in barbecue outside. The way that this gutter curves over here is extremely annoying to us. I am currently residing in the fiery underworld known as hell. We are extremely disappointed that there is no pool. And lastly, we are not fans of the treehouse. This is something that on the inside has a vibe, and we really wanted to love it. This is definitely a place for adults only. On this rug, purring like cats, you'll probably find us dozing off at some point every single day. The problem is that it is situated in an awkward place, smack dab in the middle of the backyard. It is in an odd location, to say the least. We were hoping that they would put it in a different location. This rips at my emotional core. On the Homies Home ranking scale, this residence received a score of 4 out of 5. We absolutely adore the house, and the neighborhood is ideal for us. There was no question in our minds that we would go to Bellevue. Anytime that works for you is perfect for us. The size of the land was satisfactory. Both the total square footage and the amount of space inside were satisfactory. The house had some obvious signs of wear and tear. The 2000s saw a surge in popularity for this look, but nowadays, it's rare to see people going for a stonier, more laid-back vibe. So this house wouldn't be terrible if it just got a couple of upgrades here and there. A truly remarkable residence offered for the very first time, resting on over 2.5 acres of lushly manicured grounds. The estate gazes directly upon a glorious panorama of Lake Washington, the Seattle skyline, and the Olympic Mountains. Drawing inspiration from classic European design, the residence was completed in 2006 and overflows with exquisite handcrafted detail. Their vision for this house was a home that will last for generations. One of the great American homes, we think it'll be here for a very long time. It's built to last. For example, the columns you see outside are solid stone. They're not hollow. Veneers, they're solid turned stone columns. The door hardware is Baltic hardware. This is a lost wax casting technique. They basically make the cast for the hardware, make each individual piece of hardware, and have to break the mold to get the piece of hardware out. It's almost jewelry quality filigree, all made Lithuania very nice stuff. Gracious interior spaces boast the finest materials: chamois limestone, Venetian plaster, sinker cypress, and African mahogany. Almost all of the cypress that you see in this house came out of one log that was dredged up out of the Mississippi River, and they're finding what they call sinker cypress logs. These are huge old-growth logs that were built in the muck and logging operations around the time of the Civil War. And they're now digging about in their pristine condition because they're perfectly preserved. But one of the reasons why you see such great consistency in terms of tone and color. Careful attention during the design stage ensured a seamless blend of old-world elegance and modern convenience. It's true Italian plaster. It's actually reconstituted marble dust. There's no paint or pigment in any of these walls. Finishes the azure blue ceilings in the dining room that is basically blue marble that was ground down in the dust and reconstituted in a lime paste and burnished onto the law. From the formal living and dining rooms, with the soaring ceilings and grand interiors, to the wine lounge, game area, and private theater, the entertaining possibilities are limitless. The door panels are lift and slide door panels. Each of one of these panels is over 1,000 pounds with all the glass and the mahogany. The hardware system that it's place is a European lift and slide hardware system. We can open up each door panel with a couple of fingers. These door panels and pockets into this panel, and those pockets further back, basically open up the whole side of this house out onto the lanai terrace. Outdoors, the expansive veranda, designed for entertaining, overlooks the swimming pool, spa, 265 feet of private beachfront, and private dock, designed for the true water sport enthusiasts, accommodating multiple boats and jet skis. Unmatched attention to detail, unparalleled level of construction, and a location right in the heart of West Bellevue. Truly unrivaled in every way. A legacy estate built for generations to come. That's it for this video, TTP member. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like we've delivered value, please share this video with one person. That's right, just one person as a token of your appreciation for the hard work we all put together into making content that helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. Remember, you can watch video after video, but it isn't until you actually take action that you'll start to see results. See you soon!